Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Jessica Ardeal. Thank you so much for being here. We are excited to be here. I am here with Suzanne Lizauskas, specialized applied kinesiology practitioner and Touch for Health Kinesiology Association instructor, board certified with the International Kinesiology College. We have two Touch for Health student graduates with us, and we are going to be talking about fine-tuning self muscle checking and being able to go into listening mode with the body and starting to feel into our own subtle senses more. Suzanne, please lead the way.
Well, I'd like to introduce with Chuda
Hi.
and Geza.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me this morning. We are going to go into some pre-checks. We're going to do something called, ultimately, we're going to do something called T.K.U.P, thumb knuckles up. Okay. So we are going to access information in our body on the subconscious level. Okay. So we're all born with an innate intelligence. This is our design. What influences up on us on top of that is the conditions of our surroundings, our genetics, and our experiences, right? So T.K.U.P is a way of accessing information, mostly unknown, that has been pre-recorded in the subconscious. It is not a be-all and end-all, but it is a tool to use to find out what's happening in your body and with yourself, and who should know what to do with you, right? Who is your primary care provider? It is you. You got it, right? So who should know what's going on in your body? So this is a way to check in to see what you might need when the conscious mind is not sure which way to go. Okay, and this is for your body. This is for your well-being. First, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of get in touch with our bodies a little bit. So what I want you to do is hold your arms by your sides. Just let them dangle. And now start to swing them. Just swing your arms. Okay.
So about chest level?
Yeah, just let them, like once the momentum, don't force them to go up. Let them kind of swing. Just swing. So the elbow should be bent. Right. Truda's got it. She's letting the arms, they bend at the elbow and they just have their own momentum. Okay. So now I want you to think about something that is, something you really don't like to do. Like maybe shoveling 6 feet of snow on the driveway. And see what happens to your arms.
I got stiffer.
Yeah. Uchuda?
It's like kind of lower.
Yeah. So now I want you to think about continuing to swing.
I don't even want to swing my arms when I'm thinking about something else.
And continue to swing. And now I want you to think about something you really enjoy.
Feel lighter and looser.
Lighter and looser with Chuda.
More power.
More power. Oh, interesting way to put that. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so thoughts influence us, right? They influence our body. So do our experiences, and everything you've ever heard, tasted, felt, experience is recorded in your back brain. And we're actually a biofeedback loop and the brain filters certain experiences for us and tucks it away. So what happens is as we get on with life, we run out of room to put various stressors. Okay, the experiences we had that are tucked away kind of influence our minds as we get older. It's a very subtle influence, but yet it is still a biofeedback magnetic field that is getting built up over time. So what we're doing today is we are going to check to see what is a priority in your body. We can see what you what is the first thing your body needs to do. Okay, but first we're going to learn how to use our thumb knuckles. So you're going to have your thumb knuckles like this. Okay, now we're going to move a little closer. So your thumb knuckles are like this. You're going to hold your arms out to the sides. Very good. And what you're very simply going to do is, again, you're going to let your arms do what they do, and you're going to ask your body, say, may I have a yes? And then just bring your arms together and see where your knuckles meet. And so when you asked for a yes, where did your knuckles meet? Were they straight on or were they jagged off to the center? So when the thumb knuckles are either this even or this uneven.
Okay. Even.
All right. So what did you get?
A little staggered for myself.
Good. That's a yes. That's exactly. Wachuda?
I get the even also.
You get the even. So even is actually, so ask your body for an exaggerated yes. We'll go there. Say, may I have an exaggerated yes? And bring your thumb knuckles together.
Staggered.
Staggered. Even more so, gaze
Yeah,
up.
a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. Wachuda,
Like this.
just hold them up like this so I can see. So they're uneven, right?
Uh-huh.
This way.
They look staggered to me, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So an exaggerated, so a yes is uneven. That's your body knows that. Now I tried to change it for the first 3 months I did this. Because it made sense to me that yeses were even, nos are odd. No, that's not how the universe works. And then all of a sudden I had a fritz going on electrically in my body. I had to take time away and I had to kind of release that and go, okay, so I don't really know. And actually, how we get a better result is if we start with, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but may I have a yes? And may I have a no? So now bring your arms together and ask your body for an exact no with the thumb knuckles up. So an exact no.
Yeah, I get them even too.
Wachuda?
Yeah.
Even. Okay. So here's your yes and no's. The reason why I like this muscle testing process is because you're actually accessing both sides of the brain through the neck. Okay. So you're accessing left brain and right brain because the left brain controls the right side of the body typically, and right side controls the left. About 85% of the motor neurons go that way. So you're using both sides of the brain. Now we can go deeper into the brain and what's recorded in there, okay, or pre-recorded. So
Question. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
yes, yes.
In checking your yes and no and getting that response, would it be an indication of needing to do pre-checks to get the exaggerated yes and the even no?
The pre-checks are needed if when you start and you keep getting even for yes, which is actually a no. So if you keep getting even for yes, then we would go to the pre-checks. However, this is a good point, Jess, because we can bring up pre-checks at any time that we need to. What happens is we all have kind of a gut response to things. We kind of know things, right? Without really knowing them. We have a gut response. So what happens is when you go and you do your thumb knuckles up, your sense starts to become more, you sharpen your sense of, you'll know the answer. It'll rise up to you even before you bring your arms together. So you already know the response. So if you doubt your body, when you doubt your body, that's when you need to do the pre-checks. However, pre-checks are good prior. Actually, to go deeper, we should do the pre-checks. Okay, so let's back up with that. We'll go deeper and do the pre-checks in that.
And what I hear you saying, just to pause for a minute, is that
Sure.
ultimately this is an exercise in trusting your own intuition and eventually not even needing to do the thumb knuckles up because you'll have that biofeedback immediate yes or no insight. Is that fair to conclude?
It could be fair, but the body's always the backup. The body is actually in charge. So we always want to refer to that. It's a confirmation. You can use it as a confirmation, is what you would use it as. Okay. So to answer your question, pre-checks help the body become more accurate with a very specific response, right? So pre-checks are because when you get close to something that's been stressful, the brain can transpose information. Take a left up here. Oh, I mean a right. If you're driving in a place that you've never seen before or been to before, and somebody's giving you directions, they're a little stressed because you're not sure where you're going. So the brain will transpose information. So to help the body remediate that and get more accuracy, we have the end of the kidney meridian, which is called the K27s. This is from the Touch for Health modality. So it's under the collarbone, and on either side of your sternum, you have these little divots, and your fingers kind of feel like they go right there. So that helps the brain stay centered, if you will. Okay. There's a lot of things that help the brain stay centered. So we have our K27s. We have something called negative and positive ions. So negative ions are cooling, positive ions are heating. And our nostrils, actually every 20 minutes, one nostril will close and we will breathe in more freely through another nostril. So some people say, oh, my nostrils are blocked all the time, or one nostril is always blocked. Well, that means your brain is not getting balanced with your ions, right? So deep breathing helps clear too, just what Jess is doing right now. So, but we also have, negative and positive ions balanced. You can ask your body that. So hold your arms out to the side, thumb knuckles up, and just very simply make the statement. When you're using T.K.U.P, you always want to make your statement. So negative and positive ions balanced. And I have a yes. I have a big, big yes going on here. And how about Chu? Wachuda?
Yes, awesome.
You have a yes? You don't have a yes, Geza?
I have a big no.
You have a very even no. Very good. Okay, so close your right nostril. Just take your thumb, close your right nostril, inhale, exhale through your left. And you want to do that about 3 times. Long, deep breaths. So when you breathe, breathe from the belly. So inflate your belly as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you want to exhale and make your belly deflate. So do that about 3 times. There you go. Good.
And I have a head cold too.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry to hear that.
So it makes it even more fun.
Okay, we'll close the other nostril now. And inhale, exhale through the other nostril.
Could that head cold be an indication of why the negative positive ions aren't balanced in that natural state right now because of its own responding system right now.
Yeah, it's compensating for a stressor somewhere.
And you could still do the balancing even if it's coming up. Yes, they're balanced. You could still close each nostril and go through the practice. Is there any benefit to that?
There's always a benefit from using your nostrils. So when you have a headache, a lot of people have headaches, they take their Advil or whatever, when simply the body, you just close your right nostril. A headache indicates too many positive ions. Could be dietary indiscretion, could be allergies, but closing your right nostril and inhaling, exhaling through your left is cooling to the body. And typically, I have seen it over and over again. Typically, the pain level of the head goes down. Okay, so you don't want to use it in the winter because you want heat in your body, but closing the right nostril will cool the body down, and because you've got too much energy going on up and concentrated in one area.
I'm
So
curious, Giza, do you mind me asking with going through that, do you feel a shift in the nostrils, or if it's clogged and you don't get that full breath, is it not resetting naturally? I guess that's a part 1 and 2 for you and Suzanne. What did that feel like for you, Giza?
Well, I can breathe today. That's always a plus. Yesterday, I wasn't able to use my nostrils at all, so guys got lucky. I do feel a change a little bit. It feels like you said, Suzanne, a little bit more cooling to the top of my head. At the same time, it's a little bit more balanced as well. So, yeah, there's definitely a difference.
name of the game. So the body really has its own intelligence. We are trying to introduce the user manual to the body, right? So, so the negative and positive have a lot to do with how the brain stays integrated. All right. And so you have access to both hemispheres through the nostrils. So, good job. So now, Geza, if you would check and see if you have a yes and a no.
And what is the statement again?
May I have a yes?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
may I have a no? Okay,
Go
negative and positive ions are balanced.
Still a no.
Still a no. So go on and check and see there is enough water. No, just check your body. There is enough water.
That's a no.
Okay, so start with the water then. Sometimes after you've done one technique, it'll lead you to the next if that one still remains no. So this is a perfect example of what to do when.
Morning coffee, you know.
Is that coffee?
No, this is not.
Okay, good. All right.
I'm saying it's probably an indicator of morning coffee and not enough water. So
Okay,
again, with
please,
water,
please.
asking if I'm good with water.
You're making a statement. So a lot of people, let me just decipher this for you or break it down. A lot of people ask the body questions. We can term it that way, but literally you want to make a statement. A statement is like going directly to the bullseye. The brain is mosaic. It has a lot of different ways it's compensated throughout our lifetime. So when you make a statement, you're going to an exact place. When you're asking a question, because the brain is also creative, it's more random, right? You get a more random response. So making the statement, negative and positive ions are balanced, or where you left off with enough water to continue.
I have enough water to continue. That's yes.
Okay, now negative and positive, so we'll work backwards.
Positive, negative ions are balanced. Yes.
Very good. So one led to the other. So that's basically it. It's negative and positive ions balanced and hydration. Um, So, and the K27s. Now, I want to have you check your body for, there is enough trust to continue. Two?
Yeah.
And do you
Both?
need to say these statements out loud or will silently impact the body's response?
That's a good question, Jess. I like to say it out loud in the beginning, because words have meaning to it. And silent it depends on how things are recorded, but I always say it out loud to begin with.
Like,
And but
like-
you can certainly do it silently later, but out loud is the best to start with. Okay, it's like setting up the computer. Go ahead.
like I said, the brain, like you were saying, the brain can become creative and start making its own ideas on what is true and false. Whereas if saying it out loud, it's bringing it out into the world, like you said.
And it's a statement, so it's
Yeah.
going exactly to that one spot. And this is the intelligence of the body is beyond what we can understand. What we were born with in our ability to function and create and receive. We are receivers and transmitters. So what we were born with is an untapped resource that we're just discovering, and we're still discovering it, right? So yeah, so it's very important to it's a good idea, Jess. I shouldn't say very important, but good idea to do that
And ultimately, this technique exercise allows you to interface with that intelligence at a deeper level, whether silently or aloud.
with practice. Absolutely, with practice. That's the name of the game. So enough trust to continue has been established. We've had enough water. We've had negative and positive ions balanced. Now, because we're going to change some information in the body by bringing it up to your conscious mind, check and see, ready to give up the need of all problems.
That's
Yeah.
a
Got
big
it? Thumb knuckles up? Yeah. Okay. So that was a yes for both. Willing to accept the changes.
Yeah. Big yes.
Big yes. Okay, great. So now we have our bodies set up to go further. So we want to know what the priority. So priority of my body, of me, my body, my soul, my wherever you're at this time is to find the origin of something, right? We want to find the origin. So do you have a pain in your body? Do you have something that has come up throughout the week that maybe has been a pattern that you've noticed in you of tension so where you start is completely your choice. So where would you like to start? So you can offer the body the menu. Optimal place to start is with nutrition. You can check. Optimal place to start is with something that's been pre-recorded, like an emotion. Optimal place for me to begin would be something from the past, some projection of the future. Would just go ahead and check your bodies. So start checking the optimal place for me. So as I'm saying this, what do you sense? Where would you like to start with Chuda?
I mean, I sense because I know I have a problem with like this neck and shoulder for a long time.
Okay, so this has been chronic and okay, so check your body and say, optimal for me to address the shoulder and the pain in my shoulder. Is that yes? So, and then say, um, okay, so optimal to, so this has to do with nutrition. So check.
A little
What
bit,
is it? I can't see.
a little bit.
A little bit. So priority is check to see if priority is nutrition.
No,
No, okay. Priority is structural.
no,
No. Priority is emotional.
yes,
Oh, priority is emotional. So now check and see, this has to do with the developmental stage.
yes,
Oh, and so now you notice that I'm saying it out loud, but Shu is asking silently, right? And she's getting it. So somebody has to say it out loud. So and it's always best in the beginning if you have somebody help you facilitate. You can certainly do this alone. It's fine, but it's always comforting to have something next to you, even a stuffed animal. Okay. So this is what we want to find out. So the process of the neck being sore has to do with something that happened from birth to 1 years old. So you're making the statement, this is from birth to 1 years old. Go ahead and check.
yes.
Oh, so ask and check and see if it was at birth.
No,
Okay. This was at 1 to 3 months old.
nope,
This is from 3 to 6 months old. I'm sorry. No, this is from 6 to 9 months old.
yeah,
Big yes. Wow. Okay. So this has to do with some type of vaccination. I don't know. That's where we're checking. Go ahead and ask or check.
yeah,
So it's a vaccine, a vaccination. Okay. So, okay. So check and see if there's something physically we can do to remediate. So there is something physically we can do to remediate this vaccine at this time.
yes,
Okay. This has to do with mud packing. We'll just say mud packing. We'll explain it later.
yes,
Oh, so the area is destabilized due to the vaccine, and that's going to require a little action on your part. Mud packing is a way to mobilize something that has been stagnant in an area of your body or that has destabilized that area. It's called an interference field. So this interference can actually reflex to an organ and inhibit the upregulation of an organ. So that's really good find. Okay. Check and see if there is something else that needs to be done besides the mud pack.
no,
No. Okay, so now we know what you need to do to remediate this is mud packing. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, the recipe for the mud pack is here at the office. So at some point, we'll have to go further with that.
okay,
Very good.
May I make, I have an observational question, if you please.
Sure.
We were talking about priority is, and making the statement rather than the question. Are you starting each sentence then with priority is mud packing, or is, there is something else? Is the word priority important in the statement making?
Priority means top of the heap, right? This is the first layer of what she needs to do in order to remediate this. There may be some other things going on with that, but because this has been long-term chronic, Okay. So, but priority is the first thing. So because she doesn't have the mud packing right now, any of the ingredients, we're just going to let that be. It's a piece of information she didn't have before,
And
right?
with Shuda, have you done the thumb knuckles up technique before? So
No.
this is your first time trying
First
this.
time, yeah.
And just to address something and get that piece of information. And sometimes having the information is enough too, right? And just having an extra level of peace of mind or another piece of the puzzle so that the body isn't a mystery and how it feels to be in it. I think that's so cool. Thank you for doing that and going there.
It's very cool. I didn't even know what is mud packing, but my body is telling me that is yes, it is.
It's so interesting because when you're in the field, if you will, of a person who has other information, and God knows I have other information, okay? The intelligence is there. It will bring it up. This is why we need each other. Especially, um, we're limited with our own resources always. And it's an ever evolving science and it's an ever evolving life force that we are maintaining here. But I found it's interesting because with the vaccine, there must have been pain involved, and that's pre-verbal. So the emotion doesn't really, even though there was an emotion there of constriction, because pain is a constriction, right? So it's not going to be addressed on that level. It'll be addressed physically. But your body said, oh yeah, emotion. Okay, it was a big constriction there. So the emotion pre-verbal was recorded on top of that. And again, over time, as a biofeedback loop, this brain to body connection increases the electromagnetic field. And so as we get older, it becomes more obvious, becomes more acute. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
nice. Okay, Geza, is there something you would like to address at this time?
I've been thinking about it. Things are actually going really well for me, but I'm sure there's always an opportunity to learn more about myself. So nothing really comes to the forefront of my mind right now.
What about the head cold, Geza?
It's actually gotten better today, so it's no longer at the forefront of my mind.
Did it
uh,
get better since you did the negative and positive ions?
it did get better, yes. I woke up this morning feeling a little bit better, but now even more so after doing the breathing technique, which, by the way, is that where the alternating nostril breathing technique kind of helps come into order with?
There are a number of different ways to do alternate nostril breathing. That is just one to get the negative and positive ions balanced. We're not doing anything else with the nostrils.
Interesting. I was just wondering if that was the idea, the ideology behind it, but this is it's a lot different than what you're taught within the alternate breathing technique.
The
Not
science of breath is deep.
it is.
It goes a lot deeper. We are just looking to balance the brain chemistry with negative and positive ions, and the intelligence is there. It knows what to do. So we are not going any further in that science
Got
with
it.
this technique.
Got it.
All
Yeah.
right, very good. So let's check Geza and say, well, how did you get this head cold? Was it stress? Did you have some type of stress? Did you not eat properly?
I have
Jess.
a question. Would Shuda had the physical indication to explore something? Is there a way to check the inner developmental stages as you referred to without even knowing? Like Gaze is like, no, I'm good, I'm cool. But can you still go priority to addresses 0 to 1 or 1 to 3 and see what comes up? Or does that open up of like a Pandora's box?
If that's priority, then go there. If that's your priority, you want to go there. So are you asking Geza to do that right now, Jess?
I was just wondering what Gaze's sense was with what you ultimately wanted to explore in the unknown without knowing. Like, how can you pick something? Is there, even if it's not something wrong, or is there something you're curious about that you want to explore more of?
But to find direction.
physical, mental, emotional, creative,
Oh,
spiritual.
okay.
So
So,
let me share this story. Let me think about it for a minute, Gaze. I'll share the story of a boy that came in. His boy is 19. His mom learned this technique years ago. I have a book. I will back it up. There is a book, and it's called Your Natural Healing Thumbprint. Okay. So, and I sold her the book a couple years ago, and her son kind of took it on too, just decided to do that. And he called me the other day. I see them maybe once every 5 years or something. I don't see them that often. But he called the other day and he said, I have a pain in my left hip. I have numbness in my left hip. And I called him back eventually and I said, how is your left hip now? And he said, well, I asked my body and my body wanted more water. And that's what I've been doing is I've been loading up on more water and it's starting to feel better. And I just went, ta-da, that's exactly what we're using the body for. We're using it to right any imbalances. We're using it to clear any pathways that have been blocked over time. We're using it to empower ourselves instead of trying to figure it out logically, because the body is not logic. It's a science, and it's a weird science, but it's a science. And its science is reproducible over and over and over again. So, to answer your question, Jess, I lost my train of thought. What is your question?
I forgot my question too, but that's a wealth of information. And even too, if now's not the time that something's coming up, letting that be the priority too. Just being with the open space and knowing there's another time you can use this as a resource and get into investigating and finding out more information and becoming a bit of a detective of your own consciousness. Is there anything else about the technique that you want to explore, Suzanne, before we go today?
No, nothing else. At any time you could do your pre-checks. At any time you could do um, uh, your check-ins. Sometimes the pre-checks help even when you don't do the thumbs, knuckles up. They're just a way to align yourself with your body. So it's a very cool tool to have, and you will always have it. It's because it's it's with you wherever you go.
And we'll get that checklist to you, Gaze and Machuda, so you have that and can start to, you know, play around with it, have some fun, and let us know how that goes.
oh, as soon as this video is over, I'm going to be investigating a little bit because just as you were speaking, I came up with a question regimen for about this head cold. So I have an inclination, but
Did you want to do that together here and share that, or would you rather do that?
if we have time,
Yeah,
sure.
sure, let's go for it.
Okay. So I would, I'm making the statement that, did I get this head cold while working?
No, no, now wait a minute. That's a very common thing to say
I,
that. I did receive this, I did get this head cold from the environment that I work in. Or you could say I did not get this.
So there's the distinction between the question and the statement, which will get more second nature.
I said why, my apologies.
No, 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 no apologies for learning.
Oh,
Please, come on. This is not that. This is
yeah.
not that.
I received this head cold from my work atmosphere. No,
Okay. You received it from an
But
attitude.
atmosphere and environment are different. Is the body going to distinguish that? An atmosphere could be a cultural aspect or dynamics within an environment could be, physical. So does that languaging, I think the first time you ask it, you languaged it environment is what I heard. So, does that make a difference?
Absolutely. So if you say this cold came from due to the stress of work, my work environment.
No.
Okay, so if I know Geza a little bit, I will say that that was a very controlled no. So this is where the mind starts to override the body. So this is a very good teaching tool as well, Geza. So thank you for doing that. So go back and check and just say, may I have a yes?
May I have a yes? Okay.
May I have a no?
May I have a no?
Okay. I
Is
am
that, I just want to pause here for, this is new and introduction to all of us with may I have is a question. Is there a definitive statement and a difference? Do you open up the circuitry by asking the question for the yes and no and then continue with statements? Or does,
Yeah, I will tell you that the may I is out of respect. So I found that some people, when I've introduced this to some people, they say, show me a yes. Like they command it, right? Like they're like, and to me, that's disrespectful. But for them, it worked. So they were just show me a yes, show me a no. And it's like, okay, but I think that's a little too bullyish.
Hmm.
So when I say, may I have a yes, may I have a no, that is like bowing your head when you meet somebody out of respect, it's just acknowledging that you're not in charge, that you're open, you're willing, you're not gonna hit it hard and heavy, right?
I
So
appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So with Geza, because it was like so slow, it's more controlled from the mind. But if you just do it, yes, no, you can just do it more freely and then give up the need for control here. So
I
let
felt,
your body come forth with the information.
like you said, and you noticed it too, and yes, you know me very well. I felt the difference in my back in controlling it versus asking for the yes or no, where it was a lot more free and light. Yeah, it was a little stressful. So
And those little nuances, I think, are one of the most important things in this whole process is noticing those subtleties and how the littlest thing makes the biggest impact. That always fascinates me. So I just wanted to point that out and acknowledge that. And thank you for going through this. Very cool.
Very nice. So, gaze, I would kind of just loosen up again, just kind of get your get your unknown come in. Just I don't know. We'll just check it. We'll just take a few minutes and just kind of, sink into the unknown, the openness.
I'm good.
Good, great. So now this cold was due by the compensation of this cold. This cold, my body reacted to my work environment.
My body reacted to my work environment. Yes.
Okay, so it is the air quality of the work environment.
The air quality of the work environment. Yes,
Okay, so do you have fans running or some type of circulation happening?
I do. Yes.
Okay, this is from someone who had a cold.
And, oh, from as a question. Gotcha.
Right. As a statement.
This is from a person who had a cold. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, so there was some type of receptivity that you had with this person to, or connectedness to be able to,
Do you know of any coworkers that had any coughs or sneezes?
Right now, actually, the entire shop has coughs and sneezes.
Okay.
I think I was a precursor possibly, but as Suzanne is mentioning, there might be someone. Well, kids are back in school, so who knows what's going on.
So some sort of inhaled irritant that the body compensated for.
So it's always good to know where you got it from, but I think it's more important to know what to do with it.
Yes.
So now the body's intelligence is there. It's an open book. So optimal to increase vitamin C.
Optimal to increase vitamin C. No.
No, optimal. So there is something that would be benefit me to let go of this cold.
Is there something that would benefit me to let go of this cold? No.
Was there another aspect you wanted to investigate about it, Geza?
Very good. Possibly rest. Do I need more rest?
Optimal for me to have more rest. Shake it out.
Optimal for me to have more rest. That's a yes.
Okay. All right.
Been some
So
long.
you can always check and say there is something else. But now remember, when you're going so slow, your mind works like this. Okay. It's just very quick. So if you could, there you go.
Yes.
It's
More,
a little freer. So there is something else.
more rest. I asked the same question again.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the other thing. So once you have the your response
Yes.
and you go on with it further, there will come a time, I don't know when, everybody's individual, that it will give you an opposite answer.
Oh.
This is going to lead to your mistrust of this. All
Got
right. So once is enough. You ask the question, you get it, it's direct, it's clear, then you just move on. Okay. But if you dally and you're just not sure and you want to check and recheck all different ways, no, that's not how the body functions.
And do you have the opportunity to rest today, Geza?
Yeah, I will.
Maybe a statement, I have the opportunity to rest today.
I have the opportunity to rest today.
No, you know that consciously.
Yes.
So it will not pick the lotto numbers for you. It will not predict the future for you. It just goes with what your needs are at this moment in time. Okay. And going backwards for what was pre-recorded. All
And
right.
not to ask yourself what you consciously can answer, but to go into more investigating what the body on a physical, mental, emotional level has in your awareness and to go deeper beyond what we think we might know about it, right?
Exactly. And this is why we need each other. This is why I coach and help people. The woman who I taught this to a couple years ago came in and she said, I knew I needed to see you because she's out of information. She ran out. She didn't know where else to go, what else to do. Her body just said, you need more. I need more of something. And she knew it was here. So she knew the inform, and so I think that's terrific. It's another tool. We are not meant to operate on an island. We need each other for expansion. So I want to thank Geza and Wachuda for participating today. I think you did a great job, and I just really appreciate your willingness to go into the unknown and discover what's going on.
Just as you said, you have a wealth of knowledge that does need to be shared more to other people as well that are searching for it. So thank you for allowing us to be in this presentation.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. I learned something about myself.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think you both are the coolest. Your willingness and your openness is really, really what I think all it takes to be able to start to want to know more. And I appreciate you, Suzanne, and sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And enjoy a restful day.
We'll be in touch.
Well.
Blessings.
Thank you.